Yeah, definitely.
Let's talk about that, man. Do y'all feel like the OGs are at fault for the streets being messed up, or like how y'all feel about that, man? Like,
I think that definitely they play a major part in it because they didn't push the ball closer to the goal line. That's what every generation should be doing, pushing the ball closer to the goal line. But you got to also give a lot of the young homies their part of the blame because a lot of those young dudes, when they are presented with that type of, hey, look, bro, I did this for that. You don't want to go that route. Man, I ain't trying to hear what that old nigga saying, but if I pull up in that Bentley or that Aston Martin, then I can tell them niggas go run up in the bank and they gonna do it.
that's a fact, and that's crazy how it changed to now niggas don't even respect money and fame. You know what I'm saying? Which is sad
Right.
and fucked up. Stacks, man. 280, how you feel about it, man? Give me some insight on.
No, I feel like it's definitely the OGs, and it's just collateral though, because it's like think about the conditions that they were in. That they mindset might have been just to overcome that situation, but now we in a different situation that's bigger than that situation. So it's a collateral of the game we got put in and the position they had to play. But some of them didn't see past what they were dealing with. So, I mean, it's to me, it's collateral. It's everything.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, I'm driving, but yeah, it's their fault, but they ain't know no better. Remember, where was you at when you was 18? What was your mindset? You can't blame a lot of them because we was in them same shoes. We ain't know no better. So now they trying to come back and clean it up, and now a lot of us didn't want to hear it, or we was like them. We got either you move out the way or you get moved. Simple. I mean, it's their fault, but then you got to look at their predecessors. You have to just break the cycle, and that's what we're trying to do now. But I think it's a little bit too far gone, if anything.
Right. And two, this is my opinion as far as California, right? Every state law is a little different, so the strike law came up in L.A. 94, 95 sometime, right? Then they came with all the gang enhancements and the gang allegations. And back in the day, big homies that have a shootout, bank robbery, and all this type of shit and do like 20 or 10 would have. I think the laws had a lot to do with it too, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of big homies was gone. They did 15, they did 20 years. So now they coming back to the block and all these young niggas is running wild. They like, man, I'm established. I got my kids, man. I got my house, man. I ain't about to fuck off mines to, you know what I mean, try to fix this shit. You know what I'm saying? You at that point, and then you at the other point where now these young niggas, they got a couple bodies. They might got a car. They got a sack. They hard-headed, and they ain't gonna listen. So a G homie gonna feel disrespected. They trying to give you some game, you ain't listening, and the G homie gonna want to do something to you. So a lot of G's was like, before I do something to a homie, I just back up and they can have it. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a lot of little homies' fault when niggas get like, they feel like they too bad or they bigger than whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But they shouldn't be mad because at that point, that was you. You can't be mad. That was you at one point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, but not me particularly, but I know what you're saying. As a young wild nigga, I always been a little homie that like to soak up game, listen to the G homies. Even to this day, still got big homies I call daily, and we talk about life, and I just soak up game. You know what I'm saying? And I call them, hey, how you feel about this? What you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? So I always was that little homie. You know what I'm saying? But you do have a lot of little homies that, like I say, they ain't even get the ring in. They get a body, they done been to the pen, and now you can't tell them shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot of niggas though, you know what I'm saying? Like the expectation, like if you got, like it was an era, bro, when you got put on the set, it didn't matter. You had an expectation, like you couldn't even go around some of your G homies if you wasn't considered a writer and shit. I just think it's just repetitive. Like the expectation for every young nigga, you feel me, is, oh, you gotta be a writer, you feel me? And that start with the niggas that came before us and the niggas that came before them. I just don't think the generation that came before me had the expectation right. The only expectation was being a writer, and that's it. It was like really nothing else. Like you had to be a writer. Like, you feel me? Like, nigga, you do your shit. You had to get your name up. So
yeah, but at the same time, homie, hey, the generation I came through, I'm 35, man. Hey, man, if you can whoop the big homie, if you can goddamn, if you wanna, hey, man, I wanna take your rank. This where I'm from though. You know, I don't know.
It wasn't really a matter. See, I can understand what you're saying. It's different. I'm from Southern California, bro. It's not really like trying to take a nigga rank. It's more like, nigga, I'm older now. You're not finna be doing the little shit it's just generation. I think every generation go through it. Like, when you a certain age, you might have a certain set of older niggas in your hood that's calling the shots. And then once you get, niggas might go off and go to jail, or some niggas might get killed. And then now you in that position. You feel me? It's just a repetitive motherfucking, you feel me? It's just repetitive with no true structure, my nigga. Like, the expectation was to be a writer, cuz that was it. It was.
I feel you, big dog. And look, you from Southern California. I'm from Southern Tennessee, North Alabama. We took y'all politics and ran with it since I was a young dude, man. But we got it twisted some kind of way, man, because some of my homies from California came down and like, damn, y'all niggas go too hard. Like, y'all ain't got to go that damn hard. Like, we put niggas down for this amount of time. Like, we go stupid hard I guess we trying to go harder than what we learned. But shit, what I learned is, man, if a big homie that's on the street, he ain't doing this, you feel like he ain't doing right, or you feel like you can whoop him and take his spot, then shit, y'all gotta get the one-on-one, and shit, you know, we gotta get a meeting. Y'all get the one-on-one. If he whoop you, shit, he took your rank.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I'm being for real.
No, I'm being
dead ass serious.
No, that's crazy, because you got to think. So you telling me?
He ain't lying though. It be like that down south.
No, I'm not saying it's not, but you got to realize how crazy that is, right?
That's not the same thing up top too, though. I'm talking about North. Not New York. We are different animals in New York.
All right. I
think it's a little different in Jersey. Niggas just take them out. Like nigga one spot, they be niggas.
Yeah, they will kill them, bro.
Hey, y'all, one mic, right? So y'all telling me a G homie can be banging 40 years, had bodies, went in there, never told, never did nothing foul. A young homie that got squabbles and get him from the shoulder.
No, sir.
Take his spot?
That's not what I'm saying.
No, not like that. Not like that.
I understand where you going. Now I'm saying, like, if a young nigga, you know what I'm saying, a nigga, the ranks up under the big homies. You know what I'm saying? The G homie, bro, you ain't never gonna be able to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. That's a slippery slope. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
gonna tell you what it is, right? If these niggas want in that position because they feel they could do it better, like either they feel like they more savage, or they feel like they can get the more money going on. But one thing about it, the OG still gotta stand on violence. He gotta be dangerous.
Well, he gotta be able to substantiate the hood too. He gotta be able to take care of the hood too. You know what I'm saying? He gotta be financially stable, or what? You know what I'm saying? All kind of different ways of stable. But if the nigga that we going up against, bro, if we going up against them, bro, we gotta be just as stable as them, and they got to be fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm gonna say this, right?
Yeah, that's usually where it comes from.
One thing I learned a long time ago, at the age of 13 and 14, you never earn stripes off of your own homeboy. You don't get no fucking stripes fighting or putting in work on your own homeboy.
That's a fact.
So the premise and basis is already flawed off the top, because you're looking at your homie as competition.
It don't even be like that. It be niggas getting their work on them. Like,
hey, Damu, I'm not saying we ain't good.
Yeah, bro. Hey, hold on, let Cam talk.
Like, okay, then big homies getting worked on them. So like meaning like you don't even, that shit gonna be not even know. You don't even.
Kev, I can't even hear you, blood. No disrespect, I can't even hear you.
Nah, because other people talking. Go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
You blood now?
All right, yeah, I was saying the difference is that big homies get it. They don't even know what's coming sometimes. It be a nigga that's they get it worked on them. Like while they on the block, like somebody working it on them, and they be out there and then they get hit. It just happens that way. It don't be that the nigga know or the nigga calling them out for the fade. It just be some real sneaky shit going on. Nigga want that position and then he set him up. He working on him on the block, put him down.
Hey,
but you know what's supposed to happen with that? It's supposed to be like,
you want to follow behind. Just think about the premise, and when you get to talk about integrity and love, the homie love, and all of this other stuff, what's best for the people. A person who specifically wants what's best for him does this, and you're gonna follow behind him. It just seems real flawed everywhere you look at it.
And then too, look, and then you know what's supposed to happen at that point? The homie's supposed to stop that nigga like, hold up, man, you ain't fighting a G, homie. Nigga, this nigga been over here 20, 30 years doing this shit. We got a young nigga for you, though, around the corner, nigga, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that supposed to come into play. Like, you know what I'm saying? A young nigga ain't supposed to have action at getting down with the big homie like that. You know what I mean? And that
man, I'm gonna be real. Where I came from, bro, it was slick competition, man. Not towards the big homie, though, but, like, with the young gangsters, you know what I'm saying? The YGs and the BGs and all that. This is where I came from, man. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people might not understand.
Where you at? You say you in Alabama, right?
South Tennessee. That's why I got put on it. North Alabama. You know what I'm saying? I banged that too down there.
And you know why too? Real quick, let me go real quick. Let me go real quick before you go. And I'm saying this respectfully, right? It's more so because y'all don't got really nothing else to do. Like when you in a small hood, like where I'm at, and the Crips is fucking across the street, we ain't got time to be beefing each other. You know what I'm saying? Nigga gonna tell you, man, take that energy, nigga, across Normandy. Nigga, fuck wrong with you. You over here trying to fight all the homies and shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's some real shit.
You ain't got no enemies, and you ain't surrounded by a nigga 1,000 ops. You ain't got nothing to do with beef with each other, nigga. But we didn't have time for that. Nigga, it was too many Crips in LA, and everybody in LA know it's way more Crips than it is Bloods. So you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, homie. On the same street that I banged on, man, my relative might stay across the street. He GD. My relative might stay across the street, and this the same street. This nigga Vice Lord. My other homies, they stay on the same side of me. They Crip. Bro, we grew up, it was pandemonium, homie. But we was still, you know what I'm saying? We was still riding for what we believed in. No bullshit. It was, man, it's a dynamic, bro. It's hard for out of town, man. It's hard for my Cali niggas to understand, but they understood it though. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of. It's hard to explain, man, but it's how it was. And man, but I'm talking about in the blood shit that I grew up in, bro. It was, man, we was beefing with. We wasn't beefing with each other because we wasn't allowed to beef with each other. But we violated each other so much for, nigga, nothing, bro. I fought my homies just as much as I fought the other homeboys. You know what I'm saying? The other gangs. You know what I'm saying? I can't even say.
So in your opinion, your experience, to get back to the topic, you feel like it was OG's fault that shit got wild like that, or was it the young niggas? In your opinion?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which one?
I came in late. You know what I'm saying? And I mean late as in I was 15 when I you know what I'm saying, when I really got, you know, I hate to say this on this play, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much, but you know, I was late. It was already going on, but the politics was already wrong, man. And it took a lot of big homies. It took me to tap in with the homies from the land. And I don't know if y'all know this, what we call Cali. You know, but that what we call Cali. Where we from, the land. It took me to tap in with the homies in the land to know that, man, y'all niggas, man, y'all wildin', man. Y'all, you know, we respect what y'all. This what they was on. We respect what y'all doing, but bro, y'all niggas is wildin'. Like we was really wildin', bro. We was living fucking we was living crazy, bro. It's a trip, bro.
Anybody else want to tap in? Appreciate you, homie. Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah, man. I feel like you can't really put the blame on either older niggas or a young nigga. I think it's a equivalent of both, my nigga, because you'll have some old OG niggas who still be on that bullshit. You'll have some young niggas who respectable but that's just chilling. And you'll have some young niggas that's active. It's just a big old pot of bullshit, if you ask me, my nigga. Like, I think it's a little bit of both for everybody. We all gotta come together. We can't just say, okay, the generation before that, because now this generation, when there's so much more information, I feel like this generation should be the one, my nigga, that really grab the bull by the horn and help the older niggas. Because a lot of older niggas, hey, homie, niggas didn't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas thought a certain type of way because niggas believe that's really what it was. You feel me? Nigga, we living in the information age, my nigga. You feel me? I feel like if niggas is really trying to, get our culture, my nigga, back to where it once was before all this bullshit, about 50, 60 years ago, you know what I'm saying? We all gotta, you feel me? We can't, this older nigga used to smoke crack. Nah. Or this young nigga smoking now. Nah, nigga, if we all respectable from our neighborhood, it's gonna take all of us, my nigga. You feel me? That's just my take on it, my nigga. You feel me?
Hey, whoa, can I chime in? Stretch, what it do, my nigga? Do Sim, what's happening?
B-Mac, what up, homie?
My nigga, I've been listening to the topic or whatnot. I just want to
racking, mister.
What that shit do. But my part take on it is too many Indians and not enough chiefs today. The OGs is losing their title because there's too many fucking Indians that's really trying to make a name for themselves nowadays, but it's too late. Like he said, the industry, the gang is watered down now because it's motherfuckers walking around doing what the fuck they please, how they please. It's basically outlaw's world, if you ask me. But I want to blame society because society is what's giving the impression that a motherfucker can do what they feel they can do with whatever they feel that they can fucking do. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
It make all the sense in the world, homie. And man, it's hey man, hey,
coming from
I'm talking a lot of negative, that went with what I came up on, but it was a lot of positive too, like the structure. That's why I love Blood so much, like the structure and the politics that we got and the history that we got from why Blood started. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm still here to this day, man.
I don't know who said that earlier. This is an information generation. It's too much information to be obtained and not a lot of people utilizing the information that's being handed to us. I mean, I'm coming from West LA my damn self. I'm all over and I'm out the way. I'm a young entrepreneur, and if y'all see my profile, I represent something totally different. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a married man and trying to get life together, you know what I mean? I'm from 62nd, and 62nd is the brims, we brother. Big.
That's right, brother.
We worldwide,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Blood.
Where we come from.
B-Mac, right? And B-Mac,
all right, so Blood, you know
what you said, right? I agree with you. That's why I don't fault the OGs 100% because we living in that fashion world, man. This shit, it became a fad to be a Crip or a Blood or a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? And again, if you ain't got the sack, you ain't got the followers, you ain't got the bins, the young niggas ain't gonna want to hear what you talking about, man. They gonna listen to a rat because he got the bag, and the big homie might be going to work every day, taking care of his family. They gonna look at the nigga like he a rat, like you know what I'm saying? He ain't no good, you know what I'm saying? Because he ain't living in the hills and got a Rolls Royce and shit. So it's hard for the OGs trying to preach that shit when we got this social media and we got niggas with 1 million followers. You know what I'm saying? The big homie only got 200 followers. They gonna look at him like a peon, but he was the reason that we still have our neighborhood to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that. It's a lot of OGs that had talent and didn't believe in their motherfucking self, and that's why they at where they're at. A nigga like me sat down and fought the bullet that was fired at me, and then sat down and fought the life that was tried for the motherfucking charge that I was attempt on a police officer. So I got blessed with some information, being able to sit down, but with the information that I obtained to the lifestyle that I want to lead, no one really wants to hear it because they didn't live it or walk the shoot that I walked in, you know what I mean? But motherfuckers don't want to hear the information that's really, really out here for us to grasp. We supposed to be all in here, you know what I'm saying, owning our own shit. And that's what it's all about. And motherfuckers who can't own nothing ain't got nothing to lose. So they gonna run and motherfucking outlaw their whole life however they feel. But like you said, it's neither's fault. It's the world. It's our society. It's within us. We got a lot of hate. We got a lot of envy. We got a lot of love. We got all that. But a lot of people don't have enough self-respect. A lot of people don't respect themselves. And that's why they fucking the world and society of today. And nigga like me, I got out the way. I done seen the bullet. I done seen the chains. I done seen, I damn near died myself. So a nigga like me, I'm just trying to share some knowledge. You know what I mean? And love for the ones that got love for me. And who don't fuck with me, fuck them in the ass, you know what I'm saying? And hope they alert to fish eggs when they eat it, you dig? But it's West Side till I die, fuck all that, you know what I'm saying? And it's just, I hope everybody, you know what I'm saying, get the knowledge that they need to succeed in life and get a kids the life that some of us missed out on.
Whoop. Mr. This bingo, man, follow me back, man. For real. Will do.
Appreciate the knowledge, B-Mac. Anybody else want to chime in on the topic, or the OGs at fault for the streets being messed up? Alexandra, you can chime in too, Alexandra, and you ain't got to talk about the streets. You can talk about far as maybe just even fuck the streets, just like us being black men, right? You know what I mean? And you know, we don't have the grandfathers, and a lot of people wasn't even raised with their fathers, and I feel like that play a big part in it too as well. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you for the invite. I think generally speaking, this I can file this in the category with not blaming other black people for the marginalization and destruction of our communities, because it all starts with the same thing. And that's why I don't always chime in, because I know y'all get sick of hearing me talk about slavery, because it's insane.
No, I want to hear from you. That's why I'm doing.
Now, I don't think it's anyone's fault per se, because even listening to the OGs, I'm always like so impressed by like the evolution. And like I guess it's really profound that we talk about, like, I'm listening to y'all, and like y'all speak about each other generationally, and like the oldest person, before the gentleman earlier told us about his birthday on Wednesday and him turning like 70 or 69 or something. I think the oldest person I'd heard from was what, 50, 54, 55? And I'm like, in like highlighted, y'all are even younger than my dad. My dad's 72. But like the lives you've lived makes it like it seems like y'all are full of so many experiences. It's kind of like y'all have lived many lives. And I can't blame anyone that's like lived so profoundly, and can take accountability for the things that they did do when they were younger. And we, even if all of us stopped everything that we did on a daily basis to focus strictly on dismantling white supremacy, the 24 of us that are in this room right now would not be able to do it. And that's, I don't know, I'm in a mood right now. Somebody just pissed me off, but it's not us. And so I can't blame them, as in the OGs. I really just want to remind y'all that, like, I love y'all. That's it.
No, I love you too, darling. And I can tell you it's kind of torn, but I'm gonna tell you what. Yeah, some of us, I ain't gonna say all of us, Some of us are in the right mind to do it. I always been in the right mind to do it.
If you're pushing,
Hey, Randall, hold on. Let me pause real quick. If
Yes,
you're not
sir.
talking, please mute up, please. Let the brother speak, man. If you're not talking, please mute up. All right, go ahead, Randall. My bad.
I was gonna say, so if let's say the brothers got a pack. If the pack is more dominant than the literature, then the pack is what's controlling the nation. You know what I'm saying? The brothers out here trying to get their money, cool. But you got 8 principles of law. You got 4 basics as far as our demonstration. 4 big pieces of literature you're supposed to memorize. And for myself, I got groomed younger, like real young.
And tell them what
you
city
know
and
what I mean?
state you from.
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. So, I came up around a lot of Blackstones. That's why I got real close with T eventually, even though he's a West Coast brother, but he was originally from Chicago. I came up with a lot of the Mo's, and that's who really instilled a lot of consciousness in me.
And when you say T,
15.
tell them who you talking about when you say T. I know you talking about, but tell the people that don't know.
I'm talking about T. Rogers. But, out here, the brothers was real close. The Power Rules was close with the Stones. The Vice Lords was all cool with everybody. So if you was rocking red or you was under the 5, then it was like, all is well. And if you was wearing blue or you was under the 6, you know what I mean, then they was doing their thing. So it was a lot of mingling between the Bloods, the Stones, and between the Vice Lords. But the literature was really, really pushed by my big cousin, who was a Blackstone. You know what I mean? He the one that taught me. They throwing 5s, 5 on the wall, the crescent moon, pyramids, all this shit. And I'm like, well, this don't mean, whatever demonstration. What does this mean? And he broke it all the way down. He pulled out the Quran. He pulled out the Circle 7. He told me that we was Moors. You know what I mean? Whether we really are or not. But that brother is the one that instilled me. So I'm like, all right, well, this shit got some substance to it. And from that, I had joined the Moorish Science Temple. I've been a 5%er. I was still a Vice Lord. But, all this stuff, the consciousness kind of took over because it gave me a representation of actually what these signs and symbols was on the graffiti. You know what I mean? He told me what it meant. So that's why you'll see a lot of stones, especially even in LA. The older Black Stones, they don't really conduct themselves the same as a lot of the younger guys. You know what I mean? They act like Black Stones, like OG Black Stones from Chicago. They deal with it the same way. But the younger Stones, the other generations, probably like maybe 3rd or 4th, you know what I mean? They demonstrate more of what some people would say, they like Bloods. You know what I mean? So the older Stones, you'll see them, they bang to the left. You know what I mean? But the younger ones wear they shit to the right because they're dealing with that Midwest demo. But when you lose, like I said, when you lose that literature, when you lose that understanding, and it's all about getting money and street shit, then that's what happened. In that case, yeah, it can be the OG.
All right, brother.
The OG is what's pushing. My bad, part of something real quick. If the OG is pushing the pack more so than the teachings in the community, then it could be the OG fault. But right now, the youngsters, because I got youngsters, and I'm pushing literature, but they don't really want to see that shit. They want money, and they in the streets. You know what I mean? That's just what it is, bro.
And brother, I'm
So
gonna tell you like this. It's bingo.
Hey, Bingo, hold on, real quick. Bingo, hold up. So Randall, I appreciate you, Randall. So again, so you feel like it's the OGs or is the young niggas fault, like, or is it both?
I feel like it's both.
Okay, appreciate you, homie. All right, go ahead, Bingo.
My thing is, bro. I know Black Stones from both ends. I know Black P Stone Bloods, and I know Black P Stones from the Shad. You know what I'm saying? And I know more Black P Stones from the Shad that they go by. The Shad rules or whatever. The Shad lit and all that. But then I got my Black P Stone homies from Niggas and Guard, or not Niggas and Guard, my bad. The Jungle, T. Rogers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But we all know T. Rogers brought out here, and the history say when he brought it out here, they was Black Stones as far as coming from Chicago. But then you got to think this is the early 70s, so that's when L.A. Brim was in effect, and L.A. Brims had pushed up on them like, you either going to be with us or you going to be with them. And they're like, we already wear red and black, so that's when they became Brims. So even the Black Stones in the Jungles, their history, they was West Side Brims back in the day. They come from Brims, you know what I'm saying, as far as when they came to L.A.
Right. All right. But I'm just talking about my homies that I know now, like that practice it now, that's real serious about it. Man, bro.
Right. But like how Randall was saying, it's gonna be two different Blackstones. You're gonna have LA Blackstones, you're gonna have a Midwest Blackstones, and it's two different things. You know what I'm saying? Because in LA and the Jays, they bloods. Like they under the blood banner. That's what they is. They bloods. They ain't no. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. And both of them ride under the flag. And you know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah and no. Right? When I say yeah and no, because the Blackstones, they gonna say 5 times no cut and all that because they Blackstones, but they ride up on the bloods, like, you know what I'm saying? They brims, like, they bloods, like, so it's a total.
Hold up. You said Blackstone brims?
Yeah, that was brims when they, hell yeah. The Blackstones, when they came to LA, hell yeah. Back in the day, they was brims, yeah. Yeah.
And they was yelling out
That's what I was saying. I'm saying when T. Rogers brought him to the Jays, you know, he came with the you know, the whole history of the Blackstones, but you know, you on the west side of LA. And at that point, everything on the west side of LA was brims. You know what I'm saying? Everything on the west side was brims. South Central.
I understand that, but then shit, I thought it was Stones, then brims, then Pueblos. You know what I'm saying?
But the Pueblos is different. They on the east side of LA. I'm saying the west side of South Central. The only gangs that wasn't brims was the 20s and the Denver Lanes. Everything else, Antis Parks, V&G, Six Dudes, Fruittown, all that shit. Blackstones for South Central, west side of South Central was brims. Period. That's a fact.
Okay. Well, shit, teach me something then, cause I ain't know that.
Right.
But all I know is
the brims was pushing back on the Crips before anybody else, for real, in that area. So if you was pushing back against them, then you was under the brim banner. You know what I mean? That's what the brother trying to say. Right. Just like in Compton, the Pyros.
Why you think everybody throw it up like how we throw it up? You know what I mean? You know, that's a brim sign.
Right, the Blackstones still throw it up like that. They still in LA.
But that's not even a Blackstone sign, because y'all throw up the 5, right? But when they throw it up like that, that's a brim sign. Why you think the Antis Parks, everybody gonna throw it up like that? Because again, you know, it all boils back down to the brims. You know what I'm saying?
Don't Blackstones from Chicago call themselves Rangers? Blackstone Rangers, some shit like that?
Yeah, the Blackstone Rangers. That's what I was getting into, but I'm trying to listen to what these brothers got to say, because shit, they know more than me. I ain't gonna lie.
You had the Blackstone Rangers.
No, I don't know more than you. I just know LA. That's why I wanted to chime in Randall, because he from over there and he got a lot of great history on that shit. That's why I chimed him in. I just know a little bit of LA history, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had a real close relationship with T also, so that he filled me in a lot. I actually seen a letter, a handwritten letter from Chief Malik or Jeff Fort that he wrote, and a lot of brothers from Chicago drove from Chicago to Los Angeles to hand deliver this letter to T. Rogers, declaring and actually making him a prince of the nation. And the letter also said that you are the only prince of Black Peace Stone Nation on the West Coast who also is with the Blood Alliance. Like, that letter certified everything and made him official, even though you'll see sometimes them brothers from, you know, let's say Chicago might have an issue with the brothers from the West Coast, but they don't know that letter.
Never.
I've seen that.
I never met an issue, bro. I've never met an issue from the homies from Chicago to the land.
There's a lot of brothers in Chicago that didn't like T. A lot of brothers from the main branch, yes sir. The ones that was cool with T was the Gangsta Stones and the Jet Blacks, the Jet Black Stones. The rest of the Black Stones, I ain't gonna say the rest, but I would say a good number of them, they wanted T to fall under whatever demonstration they got going on now. But even the very brothers,
Main 21, right?
Well, the Main 21 is with a bunch of different brothers, like, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about the brothers that's actually just, I'm gonna say main branch, the main branch of Black Peace Stone. Okay. A lot of them brothers up top, you know what I mean? They had an issue.
Imagine that history. Woo. Got Red
they
Rum,
had an issue
and I got
with
to
him.
sit down with Red Rum and T. Rogers.
Yes, sir. That was the issue.
BIP both. BIP both.
Man, it's a lot of brothers in the self class. A couple brothers in the self class that was cool with Rum. You know, we always tight with T. But yeah, Rum was a good brother also, man, when it comes to really trying to mature these movements. You know what I mean? When I say mature, you got to think, like the brother said earlier, I forgot who said it. It was like these brothers was young teenagers when they started this. So if you got organizations or nations or so-called gangs that was started by 12 and 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds and whatnot, did the mentality of these demonstrations ever grow? Or did it just mature to a teenage mentality and never grow beyond that? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's the thing to think about, And I think that when we think about that, when we look at these other organizations or movements, whether it's the Nation of Islam, Moorish Science Temple, or anything else,